Afghanistan is a landlocked country located in the Middle East, right between many powerful nations. It is quite historically significant because of its location and natural resources, such as oil. Up until the 1960s, Afghanistan remained relatively isolated until the introduction of the PDPA, a Marxist-Leninist group whose primary goal was to rapidly modernize and westernize Afghanistan, was established, and Afghanistan became a friendly communist border country to the USSR. A majority of the people in Afghanistan did not like this rapid change, so they moved to nearby countries. The Mujahideen, an Islamic anti-communist group, was formed. The Mujahideen used brutal war tactics similar to guerrilla warfare to combat the PDPA. In March of 1979, an uprising was caused by the Mujahideen against the PDPA, killing thousands of people. The PDPA tried to summon the Soviet Union, with whom they had a friendship treaty, but the Soviet Union declined. After a while, Soviet President Leonid Brezhnev decided to intervene, because he believed that America was behind the Mujahideen, and he failed to see that they simply just were against the communist-like policies. On Christmas Eve of 1979, the Soviet Union invaded Kabul and carried out Operation Storm 333. All telecommunication services were cut out and the president was assassinated, and thus began the Soviet Afghan War. Many countries, including Pakistan, Saudi Arabia, Communist China, and the United States, heavily opposed to the Soviet Union's invasion and sent aid to support the Mujahideen. President Jimmy Carter sent millions of dollars worth of supplies and weapons, including the well-known AK-47 and Stinger missile launcher. Other countries showed their support by boycotting the 1980 Summer Olympics held in Moscow. Jimmy Carter announced that the U.S. would be boycotting the Olympics, and Canada, West Germany, and Japan soon followed. This heavily affected the many athletes who spend an enormous amount of time training, and also the advertisers and broadcasting stations. Anyway, the conflict continued until a short truce in 1983, and then fairly quickly picked back up again. In 1985, the new Soviet Union's president, Mikhail Gorbachev, desperately wanted the war to end. He replaced Afghanistan's president in 1986 and even rewrote parts of the constitution in 1987. Finally, on February 15, 1989, the Soviet Union withdrew and the last troops left Afghanistan. This war was known as the Soviet Union's Vietnam War. With the United States' aid in the Soviet Afghan War, terrorist groups in the Middle East were able to gain power. A tragic outcome of this ongoing conflict was 9/11. An interesting outcome of 9/11 is that Gerard Way was inspired to form the band My Chemical Romance. My Chemical Romance heavily inspired Stephenie Meyer's Twilight series, which became a pop cultural phenomenon. A popular fan fiction of Twilight, 50 Shades of Grey, got adapted into a film and allowed Dakota Johnson to rise to fame and in an infamous interview with Ellen DeGeneres lead to the downfall and demise of The Ellen Show. And ain't that just the way?